Okay, so it sounds like Trump is pissed. His punch back is coming faster than I think we had anticipated from the narcissistic wound we delivered on a silver platter to his parade. You know, he's had so many major narcissistic wounds in the last 2 weeks, and this one he'll never recover from. Never. And so now he's throwing out that he's going to go hard on those blue cities, blue states with the deportations. You know, yesterday before the parade, I'm sure he thought he was going to look merciful, but was like, oh, you know, let's not go so hard on those communities. Let's stop the raids. And then no one showed up. And then we showed him that we don't want him. So, you know, remember what I said? The first 100 days was about the words. He was going to write decrees, and everyone was just going to do what they said, you know, follow what he said. That didn't happen. Well, when a bully runs out of words, they start using their body. So that's why we start seeing the National Guard and we start seeing the military. And so far we know that they don't really want to be involved with this. And the reason I think it comes from a narcissistic wound, and we're truly on the verge of a collapse, which could get wild, okay? But the polling for deportations is way underwater. That was the last one to drop. It's underwater. You know, the left, independents, and Republicans, a lot of them do not like how these are going. And then you've got celebrities saying there's got to be a better way. And, you know, all these protests and stuff. So he's doing that against that, right? He's doing it against polls that are continually falling. He's doing it against probably his billionaire friends going, you're costing us money. And the madder they get, the more problems they cause for our businesses, and it makes things unsteady. So we need you to back off some of these areas. So we started to, for 12 hours, 24 hours, and now he wants to come at us this way because he's a bully. So do we need to freak out? Nope, because we're prepared. Like, we know the kind of things he's going to throw at us. We know that the military doesn't want to be there. We know that the morale is low. I think that they're very embarrassed after that parade. It showed how they walked, and, you know, the rest of the military saw that. I think they're telling each other this is not it, right? And maybe Trump is a nut job. So lots of that could be going on in the background. And I guess the thing is, like, our nervous system is a little more used to it because we just weren't sure what was coming. We also know everyone kept screaming he's going to do martial law. He didn't do martial law. He didn't use those tanks to take over Washington. The stormtroopers didn't come in and take over our cities, and the crazy stuff I was hearing on here. So we just know they're going to probably be obnoxious with ICE and the police, and we'll see what they do with the other guys. So we know that. But what we have to do, because this is a punch back, we got to punch back harder. We have to keep showing up. Like I've said, we have to keep putting on the pressure. We have to be the tourniquet. Just keep turning it till it stops to what hurts them too much that they have to stop. Because Trump doesn't really care about this. He just wants to hurt us. So we just have to keep putting on that pressure. So more of us need to show up. It has to be all the time. And on the 4th of July, we need to do protests like we did yesterday, but they have to be double. We need this to be so painfully obvious to him that we're not going to stop. We don't care what they send in, who they send in. I don't care if they keep sending them out. We're still going out. Because remember, after a sneeze, he could change his mind, right? He goes in real hard with the tariffs, came in real hard with this stuff like last week, then kind of backed off. Now he's going to throw this out if his polls drop or he gets more bad news from, you know, a billionaire friend. Oh yeah, let's not do that. Plus he's not all there. So we just have to know what we need to do, which is show up, right? We're going to stay calm and we're just going to show up, just like you guys did yesterday. You see that you're not alone now. You see how many are there in number. And I talked to so many people today that were like, I wish I could have been there. I mean, there's millions and millions and millions of people that weren't there yesterday that are going to have to start joining us out in these streets, the ones that can. Because this is time. This is time. And the thing about doing it on the 4th of July is that's what the 4th of July is all about. It's about freedom and fighting for our democracy. And if there was ever a day to do it, it's this 4th of July.